Hey guys, now that all episodes of House of the Dragon Season 1 are out, I decided it might be fun to rank them. This was so flipping hard because I adore basically every single episode in this season. I don't think there was one bad episode. They all got at least a 4 out of 5 from me, so it was very difficult, and the majority of them were 5 out of 5s. This is very hard to place them in a ranking, but I did it. I slept on it. I woke up. I got this list together for you guys because several of you were asking me about it. So here we go. Here is Season 1 of House of the Dragon episodes ranked. Again, it was so hard. All right, guys, before I dive into this, if this is your first time here, I'd love it if you take 1 second and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. But let's dive into my ranking for House of the Dragon episodes in Season 1. Like I said, the lowest rating I gave an episode was a 4. So this was extremely difficult. So we're going to start off with House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 1, The Heirs of the Dragon. Now, I loved this. I thought it was a great welcome back to Westeros. I enjoyed getting to know all of the new characters. I just gave it a 4 out of 5 because I felt like, it was the beginning. We needed to see where things were going to be going, and it was a lot to take in. Done well, but a lot to take in. Again, a 4 out of 5. This wasn't bad, okay? Next up, I put House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 8, The Lord of the Tides. Now, this is a great episode overall, and I know actually it's probably a lot of people's favorite, so you might be like, what are you doing? I had so many people be like, I can't believe you thought this was one of the weaker episodes of the season. Which, listen guys, weaker episodes of the season, I thought this entire season was phenomenal, and this was nearly impossible to pick. I just felt like there wasn't enough action, quote unquote action. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, don't get me wrong, a lot of deceit, and that dinner at the table was fantastic. Viserys Patty absolutely crushed it in this episode. I really, really enjoyed all of that going on, but I still gave it a 4 out of 5. Still loved it, of course, but I gave it a 4 out of 5. Next up is House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 9, The Green Council. I don't know, the foot thing grossed me out, guys. I'm not gonna lie, that was a little much. I also spent so much of the episode, and this is my own personal problem, I spent so much of the episode being like, but where's Rhaenyra and Daemon? I just want to see them. And I get it's called the Green Council, so I get that it's Alicent and everything that's going on there and the plotting there, which I enjoyed and I thought was done very well. The ending was perfection. Loved the ending of that episode. I mean, I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. Like I said, I still loved it. I loved every episode in this season. Next up is House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 2, The Rogue Prince. This is the first one that I gave a 5 out of 5. I love Matt Smith's performance in this episode. I thought the drama and deceit, and it's just starting to really, really boil and boil to the surface, and stuff starting to really happen. So I loved that episode. I was immediately in from the beginning. From start to finish, I was on the edge of my seat. So I really thoroughly enjoyed that one. Next up is House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 3, Second of His Name. This was a heartbreaking episode. This was a crazy episode. I was like, oh, things are intense. What is going on? There's blood and guts and fire and just battle sequences. It was so good. Again, a 5 out of 5, right? And Matt Smith just absolutely crushed it as well. Next up is House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 5, We Light the Way. I thought Matt and Millie in this episode were phenomenal. It actually made me kind of sad knowing that the recasting was coming in this episode, so I felt like I wanted to hold on to this one as long as I could. So for me, I just absolutely loved it, and it was Matt and Millie were the standouts for me. I gave that one a 5 out of 5. Very similar, House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 4, King of the Narrow Sea. I mean, listen, the fight for the Iron Throne is really starting to lean in. Things are going crazy in Westeros. It's just, there's a lot going on. And then, of course, we have the cliffhanger, what's happening, what's going to happen next. And I gave that one a 5 out of 5. Next up is House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 6, The Princess and the Queen. I loved this episode because I really, really like Alicent and Rhaenyra and just the tension that was there. And this is the first one with the new actors, and of course I was a little like, I missed Millie and Emily, but I think that, you know, Olivia and Emma did really great job capturing the feel of these two women and continuing their story, and I really enjoyed that. And there was some intense stuff, and I loved seeing Rhaenyra just being completely badass. Like, I just had a baby, and like, I am gonna walk my kid to you. If you think I'm just letting someone come take my kid to you, that's not gonna happen. I really, really enjoyed that episode. Second episode in my ranking is House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 10, the finale. Things are intense. I loved getting that time with Rhaenyra and Daemon, even though Daemon is making me upset. I don't like how he's treating her. I don't like that he's, like, choking her out. I wasn't a big fan of that. But things are intense. Things are crazy. And there were some truly shocking moments in this episode, like moments that my jaw hit the floor, especially one of those final scenes. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about with Luke. And then, of course, we have Rhaenyra's look that, like, boy, if looks could kill, and she is ready to dive in. She's powerful. The things that she went through in this episode was like an emotional roller coaster. You guys can check out my full review that I just put up last night. You know how I felt about this episode. So for me, this was one of the most powerful. But my favorite, the most powerful, best episode for me this season, I had to give it to Driftmark, guys. That's House of the Dragon Season 1, Episode 7, Driftmark. I mean, we get the reunion between Rhaenyra and Daemon, and I just had been rooting for them, even though it's so gross, and I don't know why I was rooting for them, but I was. I loved that. I felt like there was so much going on in this episode, really setting the tone for what was to come. Like, that was kind of the start of it, right? The start, well, not really the start of it. I guess the start of it really was her having some kids by the strong guy, but you know what I mean. I really, really enjoyed that episode. It's definitely the top. But again, it was super hard because I loved each and every episode in Season 1. This was almost impossible to do, especially with all my 5 out of 5s. I was like, how the heck do I even rank this? I kind of just did it on, like, the order I would want to watch them again. That's basically how I did it because I didn't know how else to do it. It was very difficult. You guys let me know your ranking for House of the Dragon Season 1 episodes down below in the comments. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. You guys can follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm MamasGeeky over there. MamasGeeky. You can also check me out at MamasGeeky.com. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much to all my monetary supporters, my members, and my Patreons. Love you guys.